My name is Srinivas Mahankali. I am working as the Chief Business Officer for Blockedge. Blockedge is an end-to-end infrastructure management platform that will enable organizations to set up and scale blockchain platforms and applications in a very speedy manner. So earlier, I've been working in the blockchain domain for almost 5 years. A lot of time across private sector as well as government enterprises. I also worked as a blockchain lead for National Institute for Smart Government, wherein I interfaced a lot with state governments, central governments, public sector undertakings to help them conceptualize blockchain applications and also architect solutions for different use cases. So I have also written a book, Blockchain for Healthcare, which talks a lot about the various types of use cases for the healthcare domain, and some of them being supply chain use cases for pharma industry, or healthcare data sharing in a private and secure manner for patients, leveraging blockchain, as well as clinical trials management using blockchain. So there are many more applications, but today I would like to just touch upon some of these critical use cases which are having to do a lot with sharing of confidential and private personal data, which is once again riddled with a lot of regulatory interventions. So across the world, the different governments are enacting different types of regulations regarding the share of confidential information, especially connected with healthcare. Like you have GDPR and PDPR, and USA you have a number of regulations like Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, or Fast Health Interoperability resources, and then you have a number of other NIST 800 standards. So a number of them. So all these things pose a lot of constraints and also restrictions on the part of the blockchain developers and service providers, and sometimes they could potentially lead to a lot of legal issues for them. But all these things at the same time are helping a lot to the consumers, because they are securing the information of the individuals and all the patients, which has to be done anyway. So on one hand, they are good for the community, but on the other hand, they could stifle information sharing, and which is critical for innovation, right? So the governments actually have to treat a very fine path between these two different considerations to help innovation flourish. For example, they should understand that blockchain, AI, IoT, all these things are emerging technologies, are very dynamic in nature, and situation is evolving every day, and then a lot of innovation is taking place. So they should have an agile approach in terms of regulating this information through appropriate policies. At the same time, they should also help in enacting appropriate standards that will help them to interoperate all these various systems and also scale across the world. So governments should not only have an eye on all these various aspects that affect the community's privacy, but also they should. It's better if they are able to adopt a flexible approach while interfering as and when required, and helping with the appropriate type amount of regulation, as well as setting policies and standards which will help the various players, being developers, or policy makers, or regulators, or the normal citizens, or service providers. All these various elements of a blockchain ecosystem to work seamlessly with each other without any fear or any restrictions, to leverage the full power of the emerging technologies like blockchain, that can definitely foster a lot of trust and transparency, leading to unlocking of a lot of value, and also helping in eliminating duplication of a lot of data, because using blockchain you can manage very well not only supply chain traceability, track and trace solutions. You can also manage document management. You can manage identity management. A number of various paradigms combined together, and all these things not only in one region but across the world. And unfortunately, different countries and different regions, they have different regulations. So if we are able to manage all these things globally in a seamless manner with a proper coordination, then a lot of the bottlenecks that this industry facing could be removed. So another very important factor to consider while implementing blockchain solutions is that the various systems which are a part of this entire ecosystem participating in the blockchain platform, they generate a lot of data and information on an ongoing basis, and a lot of it has to be stored in a dependable, reliable, secure manner forever, right? So that we'll be able to have a permanent auditability, audit trace, as well as track and trace of the various assets and their ownership. So it is very important that these applications and solutions are offered by highly dependable organizations with lot of track record and very good credentials. So it is important for the governments to put in place a system where they are able to validate established companies who are found to be very dependable through appropriate standards, or through by managing them through regulatory authorities. Like for example, in insurance you have insurance regulatory development authority, like in blockchain you have blockchain regulatory development authority, which could give an approval to operate two dependable organizations like Blockedge, so that they are able to safeguard the information that is being stored on these blockchain systems. So if all these things are taken into account and governments are proactive at the same time, flexible with respect to the various regulations, policies, and then are playing a supportive and facilitating role, there is no end, no limit to what we can leverage this blockchain technology for the benefit of the consumers as well as patients, and the penetration of blockchain could skyrocket in the coming future. Yeah, thank you.